Quick test, make sure we're coming through loud and clear. Perfect. Hello everyone, welcome to PGR League Racing. I'm your host Sidonian Muse. Tonight, for the 9th race of our 9th season of PGR, we're here racing at the Marina Bay Street Circuit in Singapore. And it's going to be a tough one. This is a very tight track, definitely one of the most challenging tracks on the calendar. I believe we're going to see lots of DNFs here, definitely lots of wing replacements, that's for sure. Those walls can be real tight coming around there, especially in the second sector. Before we get things underway, we are going to have a quick pre-race interview with one of our drivers, that being Firewater, who is driving for McLaren. So let's get him in here.
What's up, Muse?
Hello, I'm just going to make sure your audio is coming through there. It should, I got it included.
I got it included.
Yeah, I got you there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alrighty. Alright, man, so I was just saying the time, Season 9 of PGR, how have you felt about the season so far?
A little disappointed in the start, but you know, it's a long season. Vodka is just he's picking up some speed here, and I hope top 3 and fight next season.
Yeah, your mic was cutting out there a little bit, but I think I heard you said you're shooting for top 3 right now. I'm guessing with Vodka and Abrupt.
Yeah, I'm hoping for top 3 this year. I think Vodka is a little bit. He might be a little bit out of reach unless he has a string of you know, DNFs or something. But I wouldn't count on that with him.
Yeah, he's gotten pretty consistent compared to when he started with us. Yeah. But hey, man, you've still been killing it though in this McLaren. How have you felt about it compared to what team was it you were driving with last season? I think it was like Haas or something. Yeah.
Oh, I like the McLaren much better. The Haas is, I don't know, the engine sound is a little funky, and I don't know if it's just me, but the handling seemed weird too. I don't know. I think that's just like my head playing games with me, but much happier in the McLaren.
Yeah, was this the team you won with Abrupt one year, right?
Correct.
Yeah. This is like your home field right now. Yeah.
It is.
And speaking of home field, we're here in Singapore. I believe this is one of your favorites, right? You've won here before.
It sure is. Yeah, I really like this track. It's I like how technical it is, and you know it always seems to make for an interesting race. You know, there's always a couple cautions, and yeah, I really enjoy this track a lot.
Yeah, right. Especially since a lot of us, you know, we're not professional drivers, so it makes things more interesting because at any point someone could just lose it, right? So
for sure.
right now, you know, going wheel to wheel like over these first 8 races of the season on the fixed setups. Obviously, you said Vodka's been a little bit out of reach. Who have you found has been like who you've been going like wheel to wheel with a lot? Like who's been like on the pace with you? You find?
God, you know that's tough to say. I mean, it's a good question. I feel like Wooly, I've been in the mix with quite a bit. Seemed to Stony as well. You know, I think those two guys I tend to run into a lot. Bad on occasion. I think those are, but I think Wooly and Stony are probably the two. Oh, and Uncle Larry too. Uncle Larry. That's the one I was forgetting.
Yeah, and Wooly's not going to be with us tonight, unfortunately, so that's one less contender you got to worry about. So who knows? Do you think you can win here tonight, or are you just hoping for a podium like last time?
Oh no, I'm always going for the dub. I think I have a good chance to win tonight.
Alrighty, man. Well, I'm not going to hold things up any longer. Thanks for joining me for a quick little pre-race interview. And hopefully it goes well for you, and you got your new teammate with you now. So
yes, little race strategy might get into the mix. We'll see.
Yeah, get up there in the constructors a bit with McLaren.
That's right.
Alrighty, man. Good luck. Hopefully
Thanks,
I'll see
Muse.
you in, yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the post race.
Yeah, you got it. I'll see ya.
See ya. That was Firewater, one of our McLaren drivers now with his new teammate, Graybush, who was previously driving the Red Bull. Now he's driving the McLaren with Firewater. Officially teammates now. It's going to be very interesting to see. But yeah, we're going to have a quick, short qualifying session before we start the full race. It's going to be a long one, 31 laps around this track. Also one of the longer circuits on the calendar. So grab some popcorn and chillax, because it's going to be a long one here tonight. Right now, it's kind of a tight battle going on with the midfield of the drivers right now. Firewater currently 51 points, 11 ahead of Stony in the Alpha, but it's not too far away from Slim, Slingshot, both at 54, and CeeLo with 59. Followed by Great Ace with 68 and Woolly with 77. So if he wants to move into that top 3 fight, Fire will definitely have to have a good performance here tonight. This is definitely a good spot to gain a lead or catch up to someone, because anything can go wrong at any moment here. And it looks like we're going to have a lot of guys on the grid tonight too. Just counting, looks like we got 14 here tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got at least 3 or 4 DNFs, if not more. I mean, we had like 5 or 6 at Spa last week, so here we go. We're going to get things underway here now. We have Vodka here in AlphaTauri. I don't see his teammate Watchman, though. He should be here. If he's here, we'd have 15. We also have Smoke and Abrupt both in here in the Ferraris. Stoney and Babadoo in the Alfa Romeos. Like I said, Graybush and Firewater in the McLarens. For the Mercs, we got Slingshot and Slim. We got Great Ace in the Alpine. Drupally and Redline in the Haas's. And I believe that's everyone we got here tonight. Oh, but we do have, sorry, Abe, aka Dizzy, is here to rep Aston Martin. Even though his teammate Wooly is not here. Hasn't got a point yet in PGR this season, but we'll see. This could be, if he can survive the race, this could be a great opportunity to get his first points. Currently for the title fight, it's down between Vodka and Abrupt at the moment. 25 points separates the two. Vodka at 175, Abrupt at 150. Abrupt still hasn't won a race this season in PGR, but he's been on the podium every race. He's been extremely consistent, just waiting for Vodka to make a mistake. So if Vodka makes a mistake here tonight, Abrupt has to be ready to pounce on it. Here we go, we're going to get into the qualifying here now. Now, Redline does have a... Ooh, weird coming out of the pits there. Was that Vodka, I imagine? Yes. Yeah, there we go. Vodka coming out of the pits. And so is Drupally in the Haas. So we're going to watch Drupally. Him and Vodka are going to post the first times, as long as they don't invalidate. So we're going to hold on with them for the moment. But as I was saying, I see Redline is on an outlap, but Redline does have a penalty that he needs to serve that he hasn't served. He was supposed to serve it like weeks ago. Back in Abu Dhabi. And it hasn't been served yet. Redline does have a back of the grid penalty, so from what I've heard, Redline is supposed to stay in the pits and not post the time, but he's on an outlap right now. So I wonder if no one's told him. Wonder if he hasn't gotten the memo. Stuff's being really weird right now. It's not, there we go. Very strange there. It was not letting me swap views for a second there. See if I can let someone know about that before Vodka and Drooply start their hot laps. Here we go. And they're off. Drooply and Vodka are going to start coming around the first sector here. They're easy to lose a lot of time here if you're not careful. Drooply manages to keep some of his tires on track there. Doesn't get invalidated. Guys, gotta be really careful around here. One small mistake, one lockup, and you're into the wall. Coming up here, we have possibly the most difficult part of the track. Let's see how Drooply handles it. And he does it very well. Yeah, there's actually, I guess, around that section of the track, you actually have to be on board. There is no faraway camera. So that's what's going on. Okay. The more you know. See, Badmadoo is out on the mediums. I mean, realistically, qualifying is going to be super important here because, I mean, it is to some extent because it is difficult to overtake here, but anything can happen at any time. Lots of people could lose it. And then, safety car, change everything up. But here, there we go. Drooply and Vodka posting the first times. Drooply is going to have fastest lap for the moment with a 140.8 and Vodka with 141.5, so he is still a bit off Droop. Gonna have to go around again. Let's see who else is coming close to crossing the line. I think Great Ace is here. Great Ace coming around the final turn here now. He's gonna get a time on the board, though it is gonna be slower than the other two. He's gonna cross there. We also have Slingshot coming right behind him. Both of them posting times, but way off of the top two guys. But that's the thing about this track. It's because this track is so long. It's easy to see the difference, the time difference between people here. Very easy to see difference. Here we go. Firewater crossing around. Final turn. He's gonna post a great time. 142.1. Still gonna be slower than Vodka and Drooply though. He's going to have to go again. We got Bad, though, posting the 144.5 on the mediums. Good stuff to him. That's going to slot him in between everyone else right now. Some of these guys who are off the pace are going to have to drive super consistent here tonight. I already see a bit of a... I think who's letting Vodka go or something. Not sure. Slim starting his hot lap here now. A lot of the other guys are only on out laps or still in the pits. Slim is starting his hot lap. We're going to see how he fares with... because everyone is on fixed setups, balanced setup here tonight. So downforce is not going to be as good here as it usually is. So the guys are going to have to adjust for that. Haas of Drooply crosses the line again. No improvement though. Great Ace crosses the line again, though, and he gets a 142.5. Moves himself up. Only a couple tenths off of Firewater. Good stuff to Great Ace there. Ooh, a bit of a late break there from Slim. Coming into the third sector. See how you can handle this bridge. It looks like Firewater has gone back into the pits. Here we go. Oh, Bad Madu retiring from the session. That's going to be it for Bad. Slim is going to post time. It is going to be the slowest of everyone so far, though. 147.1. Ferrari of Smoke now starting his hot lap. We'll hop on with him. But yeah, that's going to be it for Bad Madu. His final time is going to be a 144.5. As it looks like he had a bit of an incident there on the final turn. Unfortunately for him. I mean, I believe last season Bad also DNF'd this race around there as well, coming into the pit lane. Spun coming into the pit lane, hit the wall. Definitely an easy spot on the track to lose it at. But there we go, Drupally beating his own time, 140.5. Now a full second ahead of Vodka, who's second quickest at the moment. Drupally could be set for pole here. No one's really even gotten close to him at the moment. Not even remotely close. Again, Drupally yet to have a win here in PGR. He's had a couple podiums, but no wins. So this is definitely an opportunity for him to get his first win of the season here as well. Abrupt, though, just like Smoke, is also on his hot lap, so we'll hop on with him now once we see what Smoke posts here. Smoke crosses the line, and that is going to be a 141.9, moving him up even ahead of Firewater there into third. Great lap from Smoke. Let's hop on with Abrupt. 9 minutes left of the qualifying session. Apparently he just posted the purple sector too, so Abrupt is flying right now. Let's see what he can do coming around this final sector. People are letting him by. Abrupt now about to be coming around the final turn. Let's see what time. Can he beat Drupaly's time? And not quite. Abrupt is going to post a 142.6, which is not great for him. He's going to want to go again, but currently his teammate has a faster time. We also see CeeLo Racing slotting himself up there now into third, getting ahead of Smoke with the 141.6. Only a tenth shy of Vodka. So Vodka is going to be going again. But still, no one getting into the 140s with Drupally at the moment. CeeLo is going around again. Not sure how hard he's pushing here this time, though. I mean, he already has a great time on the board. Firewater going to have to go around again, as we can see. Yellow flag, there's something going on. Oh, Greybush running a bit wide there. Currently has a 143.6 on the board. That is going to put him at least ahead of Bad Madu, if not Sling and Slim. So he's in the clear from Bad, at the very least. Let's see, Stony Stewart says he posted a purple sector 1 here in the Alfa Romeo. He's going around to set his first time of the qualifying session. Let's see, a couple guys crossing the line there. Not really seeing any improvements there. Though we do have Abe, though. Abe crosses the line. 145.7 splits the two Mercedes. Fortunately, it looks like Redline has gone back into the pits and not posted the time, fortunately. Like I said, he does have a back of the grid penalty to serve. So he will be starting from the back. Maybe Bad Madu actually won't be in too bad of a spot. Looks like he still might start ahead of a couple people. Even with that retirement there. Oh, huge incident there. Which McLaren is that? That is Greybush. Completely lost it there. Stoney crosses the line though. Let's see what he posts to the board. Stoney gets a 142.2. Just 10th shy of Firewater. It's like Fire said in the pre-race interview. Two of them very close in pace. But yeah, unfortunately, Fire's teammate Greybush suffering a lot of damage there. So unfortunately, that's gonna be rough there for Greybush. He's gonna have to pit and might not even be able to get out on track and post another time. We'll have to see. Here we go. Looks like Firewater. Here on a brand new hot lap, it looks like. Oh no. Definitely missing a lot of ERS. Not sure if he's going to be able to improve off of this. But there we go. Vodka victory. Had a huge improvement though. 140.6 now. Only a 10th off of Drupely. Still not quite able to take the pole away from him just yet. Less than 5 minutes in the qualifying. What's going to happen? Can Vodka do it? Let's wait and see. Drupely and CeeLo though both coming out on outlaps once again. To have one last shot at it. Improvement from Slingshot there, though, I see. Moves up just behind Dizzy there, 144.3. Moving ahead of Bad. Up to 11th. But yeah, unfortunately, Vodka is not going to be able to improve his time with this lap. Neither CeeLo. CeeLo's going to have to go around again. Same thing with Great Ace. Anyone looking to get an improvement here? Slingshot's slowing way down there. It's like having some issues. Same thing with Dizzy here. Going to be unable to improve. Hopping on with Great Ace here now, though, who's just started a new hot lap. Currently in 7th. Not bad. Still ahead of Abrupt at the moment, though. Abrupt is going to have one more shot to improve his time. And there we go. Watchman has joined. He is late to the qualifying, though, so he might not have time to post a time. He may have to start at the back with Redline. So we're going to wait and see now. Greybush. Crossing the line. He's going to have to go around again. No improvement to his time there. Here we go. Great Ace coming up to third and final sector. There we go. Slim is going to take his time. Unfortunately, he's going to start close to the back with Bad Madu. And Watchman in a red line, it looks like. Great Ace makes his way to the final turn, but unfortunately he's going to be unable to improve his time as well. Abrupt, not going to improve with that. He's going to have to go around again. Sorry to say, CeeLo Racing starting time. Vodka victory currently validated. He's going to have to get around the entire track for one last opportunity because he's invalidated at that time. Drupely, though, currently up half a second. And he already has provisional pole. Let's see Is Droop going to top his time again? Crosses the line. Droop posts a 139.6. Easily the fastest lap of the session. No one's even come remotely close to that. Wow, there's only a minute left if people want to beat Droopley's 139.6. He's been holding fastest lap this entire qualifying. Vodka's going to have one more shot. Same thing with CeeLo. Looks like he's getting held up by a lot of cars. Greenbush crosses the line. Unfortunately, no improvement. That's going to be it for him. Firewater, again, not improving. Constant yellow flags out. Something going on with Watchman there. I guess he retired on track. Not too sure what happened there, but Firewater. Can't even see how much time's left because of stupid yellow flags covering the timer. But Firewater's going to have one last opportunity to improve. These are going to be people's final laps. Whatever people got, they got now. But Abrupt, huge improvement from Abrupt. Moves up into fourth. Ahead of Fire, but not quite ahead of CeeLo. So at best right now, Abrupt will start fourth. But that's much better than eighth. That is going to give him a good chance to fight here. So that's going to be it for Vodka and CeeLo as well. Fastest guys. No one's fighting Droopley's time here. Looks like Droopley might have pole. Firewater, though, still has one more chance to try to top it. Oh, but huge improvement from Stoney as well. Stoney splits Vodka and CeeLo, 141.1. And improvement from Smoke as well. 141.2. Actually posts a faster time than his teammate. So both Ferraris looking like they're going to start 5th and 6th. Unless Fire can... Fire is up 4/10 here now, though, coming into the final sector. The Mercedes let him by. See if he can improve. Here at the final turn. He needs to beat a 141.7. Comes around, crosses the line. And unfortunately, Firewater is not able to improve. He will start in 7th behind the two Ferraris. Great Ace crosses the line. There you go. Slingshot pulls in the pits. So that is it for our qualifying. Our front row will be Droopley and Vodka. Droopley will start the race from pole position. Great stuff to him. Right now, it really looks like Droopley is in a league of his own for this race. But again, it is Singapore. Anything can happen at any moment. There's going to be lots of carnage, I imagine. 15 drivers. Some of these guys have never raced here before in PGR. And some not in a very long time, so it's going to be a tough race for these guys. But Droopley and Vodka are going to both start on the front row. Followed by Stoney and CeeLo on row 2. Then you have Smoke and Abrupt, two Ferraris starting on the third row together. Followed by Fire and Great Ace. Two guys who have been duking it out here. Going to be starting alongside each other. Then behind them you have Greybush and Slingshot, another two guys who've also been duking it out a lot this season. Starting 9th and 10th. Followed by Abe and Bad Madu. Slim and Watchman. And then Redline will be starting from the very back due to his grid penalty. Now, as always, this is when the drivers like to take a quick little 5-minute intermission to prepare themselves for the full race ahead. So as always, I will see you guys in 5 minutes after this intermission. And we're back after that quick little intermission. Here we go. Quick little formation lap, then we're going to have 31 laps here at Singapore. And it looks like most people are going to be trying to go medium to hard or hard to medium. Most people starting in the mediums, it seems. Most likely in case of a safety car. Trying to predict that so they can potentially go to the softs. Who is starting on the hards? Let's see. Most people start on the mediums, but we do have 4 people starting on the hards. Abe, Fire, Stony, and Vodka. All opting to stick it out on the hards. Strategy is going to be key here. As, like I said, there's going to be a lot of mistakes made. Some of them might cost some people serious damage. Bringing out safety cars and the like, so should be lots to take in here. $15 drivers tonight. We'll see if Redline can make up for his back of the grid penalty. We also have Watchman, who has not finished a race in PGR yet. He's still looking to get his first points. And like I said, we also have Abe, who hasn't gotten points yet either. This is a great opportunity for him as well. And we have Stony, who has had a rough couple of weeks, a lot of inconsistency. But he's going to try to make up for it tonight. Climb back up in those standings. Move closer to the top 5. Here we go, everyone lining up here now. And then we'll get things underway. Here in Singapore Grand Prix, Marina Bay Street Circuit, we have Vodka trying to move up on Drupally on the first corner. But Drupally trying to defend, but Vodka is taking the inside. But Drupally manages to maintain his lead there in that first corner. Stony and CeeLo going wheel to wheel. But there we go, Dizzy. Something happened to Dizzy there. Dizzy messing up in that first turn. Dizzy, Abe Master already out of the race. That's going to cause a virtual safety car to come out right away. With no overtaking. So right out the gate, first turn, we already have our first victim of the night. That is going to be it for Abe. Abe Masterfix out of the race on the very first turn. Unfortunately. Hate to see it. We already have our first victim. Just waiting to see how long this virtual safety car is going to be. And we'll get racing back underway. This is immediately going to give Vodka another shot at getting past Drupally. Though Drupally will have to pit first before Vodka anyway, since he's on the mediums. But here we go, racing has been resumed. And it looks like Vodka might even try to have a shot at getting past him around the very first, on the straight here coming up. So he's a bit out of range. Have to wait and see how that goes. Meanwhile, in the back of Badmadoo and his teammate Stony, looks like Stony has fallen down immensely as well. I didn't even notice there because I was so caught up with what happened with Dizzy, but Stony has also fallen behind. and is now down with his in the back with his teammate Bad Madu. And yeah, Stoney must have had severe damage as he's now already pulled into the pits. And a lot of guys are already getting fairly spaced out here. Everyone else already fairly spaced out, though Redline has already gained. He started at the back, he started in 15th, but now he's already back up to 10th, just behind Slingshot here. Now in the points. But yeah, so Stoney has now fixed his wing damage, I'd imagine, and has now come out on the medium tires. He's going to be all the way in the back now. Druply has now gained almost a second half lead on Vodka already. Caught him sleeping on that restart. Here we go. Redline makes the move, overtakes Slingshot. Slingshot now also got to worry about Bad Madu, who's just behind. Had a yellow flag there for a second. Someone's struggling a bit. Here we go. Bad Madu is looking to make the move on Slingshot. Can he do it here at the end of this straightaway? Yes, he can. Great move from Bad Madu, but huge mistake from Redline there. Redline locks up his brakes, goes straight into the wall. That's also it for Slingshot. Slingshot also locking up and going straight into the wall, just as Bad Madu got by him. And that is going to be it for Slingshot, and that is going to be the first full safety car of the race. His teammate Slim is still in it, but that is it for Slingshot. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So, to me, it just looked like, oh, and Watchman with a driver penalty for speeding under a safety car. He will have to serve that. And he gets a fussing penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's going to be rough for Watchman as well to recover after all of that, but yeah. So already, we've only just started the race, and we already got our first safety car, and 2 drivers are already out. Yeah, poor Slingshot looked like he locked up there on the straightaway. Good stuff to Bad Madu though. Great overtake from Bad Madu, but yeah, it looks like both Redline and Slingshot messed up there. Redline though is still in the race. He managed to survive. However, Slingshot, not so much. Slingshot now out of the race. We're down to 13 drivers. Droop's going to have to defend from Vodka once again. That's why I said about pole not being everything here tonight. Drooply got pole, but he needs to defend, though. As we saw from the qualifying, he definitely has the fastest pace out of everyone here tonight. So we'll see if he can get another second plus gap over Vodka again on this restart once the safety car goes in. This is already madness. Driver out on turn 1, and then another driver going out in the second sector there. And really, we could have had 2 drivers go out there. We almost could have had Redline and Slingshot go out. It looks like Redline must not have damage though, as he has not gotten into the pits. No, he has not. Redline has stayed out, so he must be okay. He is okay for the moment. This is great, though, for Stoney. It's going to close everything back up for Stoney and allow him to try to regain some positions. Obviously, he's not going to be able to regain all the way back up to third that easily like that, but this is going to be a great opportunity for Stoney to recover some positions after the mistakes he made on the first lap. No one, everyone's staying locked in with what they got at the moment too, just because of how early the safety car was. Safety car will be in this lap though. We'll get things back underway for lap 5. Holy smokes, like I said before the race, we were going to have at least 4 DNFs, but now I'm thinking we're going to have a lot more than 4. Like I said, if things had gone differently, we could have had a lot more DNFs by now, too. As like I said, Stony and Redline have already been kind of shagged up. We'll see what the Ferraris can do as well. We'll see if either of the Ferrari drivers are able to make a move up on CeeLo. Here we go. Coming around the final turn now. Things are going to get back underway. It's going to be an opportunity for Vodka to catch Drupally sleeping. Possibly get by him. Let's see how this first turn goes. Drupally still holds the lead. But there we go. Oh, but huge spin out from Firewater. He was about to get past Smoke there, as Smoke messed up, went a little wide. But there we go. Firewater has now dropped all the way down to the back after doing a huge 360 spin out there. And same thing for Redline. Huge mess up from Redline there on the first couple turns there as well. So now Firewater and Redline have now both dropped to the back. Stony Stewart now in 10th. Just behind the Mercedes of Slim. Hot damn. Oh, another huge incident. Spin out from the Ferrari of Smoke. Already, we just resumed racing. We've already had 3 huge incidents from the drivers. 3 huge incidents from Smoke, Redline, and Firewater. So now Smoke is all the way at the back. Redline's going to go by him. Stony here still just behind Slim. And his teammate Bad. Still full ERS though. And try to get past Slim. As soon as possible, I imagine a lot of these guys, a couple of these guys here, bunched up. Another mistake from Firewater. Another spin out from Firewater. There goes Redline. And Smoke's right behind as well. Now Firewater's all the way in the back again. Drupally setting fast lap for the moment, 146.4. Here we go. Stony popping his ERS. Using that battery, trying to get past Slim. Still unable to though. Until he really wants by Slim. Really trying to put the pressure on. Here's going to be an opportunity for him. Unfortunately, DRS has still not been re-enabled, though. He's going to go wheel-to-wheel here with Slim. Moving up. Cuts in around the corner. Oh, goes off track there a little bit, though, but he's okay. No penalties yet. And he pulls ahead of Slim. Next person in his sights is his teammate, Bad Madu. Like I said, Drupally has also created another 2.5 gap over Vodka Victory at the front. He's done it again. Good stuff to him. And now Bad Madu is just behind Greybush in the McLaren, trying to put the pressure on him. Coming up to the straightaway here. As we look at this overhead angle. Can Bad Madu put the pressure on Greybush? Let's find out. Oh, and Bad Madu spins! Locks up a little bit there. Is able to recover it, though. Not a full spin. Not like Firewater did earlier. So Badmadu is able to recover it, though he does lose a position to his teammate. But not a bad recovery from Badmadu. Not a bad recovery at all. It could have been much worse. Only loses one position to his teammate. Not bad at all. Dribbly beats his own fastest lap time. He is flying right now. Here we go. Stoney has now gotten past his teammate and is now going to be trying to make the move on the McLaren of Greybush. Move his way back up the order. We'll see if he's able to do it on him in this DRS zone, just like he did to Slim last lap. Watchman has now pulled into the pits again. So he's going to drop to the back. Stoney does have DRS to Greybush, though he did lose a little bit of time to him there. Not quite able to get past the McLaren driver just yet. Still going to have to keep the pressure on. He is riding Greybush's bumper right now. Oh, Stoney runs a little wide there. Gonna have DRS here again though. Oh, but spin out from his teammate. Stoney's teammate Badmadu loses it again there. Just as Stoney gets by Greybush, but Stoney loses it completely. Brakes way too late, has to go off track there. And now he's going to have to make his way all the way back. And there we go. Vodka now takes fastest lap from Druply. Stoney is now all the way back in 11th. All those positions he gained, he's now completely lost. All because he outbraked himself trying to get past Tats in the McLaren. Completely outbraked himself. And now Firewater is all the way at the back over than Watchman. Wow. I'm sorry, Stoney. Now Stoney's all the way back with Firewater. But yeah, all these guys in the back half of the grid right now have all made huge mistakes. Firewater has had a couple spins. Oh, but there we go. Watchman has DNF'd the race there. Coming into Sector 3, and that is going to be our second full safety car of the race. And that is it. Watchman is out. Still no finished races for Watchman in PGR. This man really needs to learn some consistency. He is like the safety car machine right now. Sorry, Watchman. Sorry, not sorry, bro. Needs to not crash out and finish some races. But now we have 12 drivers left on the grid going into the second safety car restart. We'll see if anyone decides to pit or not. If anyone has damage worth pitting to fix now under safety car or something like that. We'll wait and see. But yeah, 8 laps in, we already had 2 safety cars and a VSC. There we go, yeah. See the Haas of Druply pulling into the pits. So he is going to lose the lead of the race on the restart to Vodka. And it looks like CeeLo has pitted now as well to get off these mediums. Both Druply and CeeLo both going to their hards now. Same thing with Greybush and McLaren. He's pitting now as well. And Firewater, both McLarens in the pits. Firewater also pitting. Coming on fresh mediums. Greybush coming out on the softs though. Interestingly enough, this now puts Vodka and Abrupt at the front for this safety car restart. So I have to see, though. So like I said, some of these guys, though, like, even though we've lost 3 drivers, we only have 12 guys left on the grid, but even then, half the guys on the grid have already made some huge mistakes. Firewater has spun a couple times. Stoney made that huge mistake. Already made a huge mistake at the beginning of the race, then just made another huge mistake. So he's currently in 10th. Smoke had a spin. He made a mistake. And Redline also made a mistake. Currently in 7th, but he does still have to pit. But yeah, very sad for Firewater and Stoney. Both looked like they had great pace here tonight, but have already made some huge errors. And while the safety car is still underway, I'll be back in just a moment, folks. I'm back, but yeah, so you could tell that like some of these guys who were not used to the steering as well, because they're on these fixed setups compared to last time we raced here. They're on these fixed setups, balanced setup, not a ton of downforce, and that's hurt them a lot. But very different mistakes though. We saw Firewater was spinning, like he did like a full 360 in the first sector. But with some of the other guys like Stoney and Redline and Slingshot, who's now out of the race, they've all messed up on that same turn. This turn that we can see right back here that all the drivers just crossed. Oh, Abrupt, huge slowdown from Abrupt there. But yeah, so as I was saying, they're not used to the full race loads on these setups. But a lot of them all made mistakes. They all broke right there at the end of that straightaway. Trying to be greedy, I guess. But here we go. Gonna get things back underway here now for lap 11. Vodka Victory is leading the race on the hard tires. Vodka has caught them sleeping right now. He is out ahead of Abrupt and Great Ace. See what's going on back here. See Redline now just behind Droop and Bad Madu. Going on the back, Stoney Stewart pulls ahead of Smoke. Takes that position from him. Graybush currently at the back behind his teammate, though he is on the softs. He's going to be trying to push CeeLo on the hards. Trying to get ahead of Redline. Here we go, looks like Firewater is going to be trying to get past Smoke. But it's not quite going to happen just yet. Not quite going to be able to get past Smoke just yet. But oh, here we go at the front. Babadoo manages to slide right on by. Slim in the Mercedes moves up into 4th. Though both of these guys have yet to pit, though. Drupally behind them has already pitted. Coming on the straightaway here, but we already have another yellow flag. Looks like Smoke has lost it again. He has spun out here in the second sector. Smoke now all the way at the back. Needs to pit, get off these 10-lap-old mediums, it looks like. Here we go. Bamadoo has now... Oh, and there we go. Firewater messes up on the same spot that destroyed Slingshot earlier. But he's still alive. Firewater still in the race, but he's in 11th now behind his teammate. Bamadoo has also made errors as well. It looks like he's now fallen behind down with his teammate Stoney once again. Bamadoo just been super inconsistent this season so far. But I guess that's what happens. But oh, and there's Slim pulling the pits. As I was saying, yeah, I guess it's, things happen when, it's time behind the wheel, not time behind the tractor on Farming Simulator, I guess. But here we go. Stoney Stewart now here behind CeeLo, who's behind Redline. All these guys pretty close here now. We'll hold on within. Slim has pitted now to come out on fresh mediums. Here we go. CeeLo is trying to make a move on Redline, it looks like. Both of them going wheel to wheel here. Redline is going to concede. Let CeeLo go by. Oh, but at the front, Abrupt has taken the lead of the race from Vodka. Though Abrupt will have to pit before Vodka. I mean, he is on these 11-lap-old mediums. Same thing with Great Ace. All these guys still need to pit. Stoney Stewart as well. 10-lap-old mediums. Same thing at Redline, Bamadoo. All these guys still haven't pit yet. Wait and see. Stoney's trying to get past Redline here now, coming onto the straightaway. Let's see if he can do it. He did mess up here earlier, though. Stays behind. Redline keeping the pressure on him, on the Haas driver. His teammate Drupally currently in 4th at the moment. Though everyone ahead of Drupally still needs to pit. Drupally has already pit. Same thing with CeeLo. Both of them pit under safety car. Here we go. DRS has been re-enabled. This is going to be a good opportunity for Great Ace now. Is just behind Vodka. Stoney Stewart picks up the first time penalty. Looks like, yeah, other than Watchman's drive-through, picks up the first time penalty of the race. 3-second time penalty for Stoney Stewart. That's going to cost him in the long run. We see Redline finally pull into the pits there now to get off these 12-lap-old medium tires. See Vodka now still in DRS range of Abrupt. Trying to take the lead of the race back from him. Let's see, Firewater and Bamadoo now going wheel to wheel. Firewater manages to slide right on by Bamadoo. Good stuff to Firewater, moves back up into 7th. And he has already pit, so he's actually in a pretty good... Considering the 2 spins that Firewater had earlier, he's actually not in the worst position ever right now. Meanwhile, Slim is currently at the back. He's currently trying to catch... He's out on his fresh tires trying to catch up to Redline. Still not having good luck getting by Redline, though. This reminds me of Abu Dhabi, where Slim also had trouble getting by Redline. Not easy to overtake here, that's for sure. He's trying to use everything he can, but we have another yellow flag. Bamadoo in the middle of the track now. Another mistake from him. Bamadoo has just made constant mistakes here tonight. Several mistakes. But he still kept it together. He's still in the race. He's still in 9th at the moment, though. He does need to pit, and yeah, he is pulling into the pit lane there now. Realizes that, I guess, that his tires have now had enough. He's going to go into the pits. Drupally has now managed to catch up to some of the guys, though. He is now right behind Great Ace. He's going to try to get ahead of him. Though I'd imagine Great Ace is going to pit soon. Avenue coming out on hards to try to finish the race on. But there we go. Druply pulls ahead of Great Ace. It's only a matter of time. Those mediums are getting worn now. I'd imagine Great Ace and Abrupt are going to be pitting very soon. Another yellow flag. Looks like another mistake from the Haas of Redline, who is now in 11th. Behind Slim. Is now messed up. CeeLo Racing, though, now currently in 50. He's also catching up to Great Ace, but Abrupt makes a mistake. A very uncharacteristic mistake there from Abrupt. Still in the race, still A-OK. Just a slight mistake from him there, but it's enough of a mistake to cause him to not only lose the lead of the race to Vodka, but also lose a position to Druply as well. And now Great Ace, and now he's going to be pressured from Great Ace and CeeLo, who are behind him again, especially CeeLo. His Great Ace might even pit here, but let's see, any one of these guys going to pull into the pits? And Abrupt does. Abrupt pulls into the pits to get off his mediums. But Great Ace is going to stay out for another lap on his mediums, though he's now going to have CeeLo Racing pressuring him. I believe Abrupt will probably come out and... Oh, he's coming out on fresh mediums. So Abrupt actually not going to the hards to finish the race. Instead, he's going onto another set of mediums. Okay. See how that works out for him. Now Great Ace has to worry about CeeLo in the same kind of position that he was when he was having to deal with Druply. He is losing time. If I were Great Ace, I would assume that Great Ace is going to pit very soon. Him and Smoke both... Him, Smoke, and Stoney still need to pit off these mediums. They've been out on them for a while. Here we go. Coming on the straightaway here. Oh, CeeLo getting really close to the back of Great Ace. Almost spinning Great Ace out there. Real dirty move from CeeLo Racing there. Definitely avoidable going wheel to wheel here. Tight racing with Great Ace. Moves in around the inside. Gets ahead of Great Ace. But yeah, real stinky move there from CeeLo in my opinion. I definitely don't rate that move there. Coming around there. Just barely nudging the back of Great Ace, but enough to almost cause Great Ace to spin there. You don't need to get so close to someone, especially when you're on the faster tires anyway. To have to get that close to where you're nudging someone there. Definitely unnecessary in my opinion. I mean, a racing incident, but still kind of dirty in my opinion. Kind of rotten. But now we have Druply, who's in second, who is trying to catch Vodka once again for the lead of the race. Vodka's still yet to pit, so Druply, at some point, is definitely going to have lead of the race here. Vodka will have to pit. 15 laps on these hards at the moment, though. He can still go a bit longer, I would imagine. We have Abrupt going by his teammate Smoke now, as Smoke pulls into the pits to get off his medium tires. Though Stoney and Great Ace are still staying out for another lap on their mediums, though. They're still going around. So both Great Ace and Stoney going for a similar strategy here. Looks like Redline has also been forced to pit again as well. It's looking like Redline's race could very much be over. Like I said, we're only halfway through the race, though. At this point, it's worth it to still keep racing, just in case, because if other people DNF, then there's a chance you might slide into the points still. But Redline, looking really rough for Redline here now. Coming out in hards. Try to take these to the end, I'd imagine. Druply still waiting for a moment to get by Vodka, though he has caught up to him in DRS range of him now. We'll see if he tries to get by him here on this straightaway. Here we go. Druply has DRS, now has DRS on Vodka victory. Stoney Stewart picks up another 3-second time penalty, so now he has 6 seconds of time penalty. So, also looking pretty rough for Stoney here now as well, especially since he still needs to pit. Same thing with Great Ace. Both of these guys still haven't pit. They're being really stubborn right now. Let's cut back to Firewater now, who has started to catch up to Stony and now has DRS on him. Here we go. Firewater makes the move on Stony Stewart, pulls ahead of him. Good stuff to him. Currently back up into 5th place at the moment. Both of these guys still staying pretty close together. Though, like I said, Stony does have 6 seconds time penalties, though. That's going to severely cripple him at the end of the race. Drupal still waiting to get by Vodka, but still hasn't been able to get past. Not the easiest track to do it on either. Vodka still yet to pit. Really trying to hold Drupal up for as long as he can, because he knows that if he lets Drupal by, if he pits and lets Drupal by, Drupal is just going to run away with it. So he has to hold Drupal up for as long as he can. Realistically. We also have Greybush now, who's on these 8-lap-old softs. We'll see when he decides to pit for his final pit stop of the race. Firewater now. Oh, and speak of the devil, there we go. Greybush now pitting, just as I was saying it, to get off these soft tires. Firewater now in 5th, though, putting the pressure on Great Ace in the Alpine. Firewater now in DRS range of Great Ace. Ooh, Great Ace having to make a little bit of an adjustment there. Firewater putting on the same pressure that CeeLo was on him before. Hopefully he does it more cleanly, though. That would be nice. Here we go. Firewater does have DRS on Great Ace. Gonna try to get by him here, possibly. But no. Plays it safe, backs off there. Gonna have to wait for another opportunity. See if we can Drupal. Drupal still unable to get by Vodka Victory. Oh, Firewater almost losing it there, almost spinning out. Lose some time to Great Ace there. But Great Ace is going to go into the pits now to finally get off these 17-lap-old medium tires. Huge stint from Great Ace there. Took those mediums as long as he could. Same thing with Stony, but Stony receives a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And that is it. Stony Stewart has said screw it, and he has retired from the race in the pits. That is it for Stony Stewart. He is done. He is out of the race. Unfortunate for Stony. Started in 3rd, didn't finish. Very unfortunate, but I'm guessing, yeah, like, he already had 6 seconds of time penalties, so that 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane was the final straw for him. But now, we are currently on board with these 3 drivers, Badmadoo, Greybush, and Slim, who are all fairly close to one another here. We now have 11 drivers left in the race. So let's see what will happen here. Greybush looking to get by Slim. Badmadoo wants to get by Greybush. See who decides to make the move here in this DRS zone. Great defending from Slim there. All three of these guys will see. You got another DRS zone coming up here. We have DRS on each other. You can see in the background the Ferrari of smoke is starting to try to gain time on them as well. Bamadou makes some mistakes there though. He drops away from the two a bit. But Greybush is still keeping on Slim. Druply also still keeping on Vodka. Vodka still has not pit this race though. Vodka still needs to pit. So that is something though. But as we can see here, Vodka has done an amazing job holding up Druply though. He has done a phenomenal job holding up Druply. Because otherwise Druply would be extending a huge lead here. But here we go. Greybush looking to make the overtake on Slim coming into the first turn. And he does it. Greybush pulls ahead of Slim, moves up into 7th in the McLaren. Slim now also has to worry about Bamadou. He's trying to claw his way up as well. Oh, but huge mistake there from Greybush. He's still in the race, but it is a spin, so he is going to lose those positions. And now Smoke has managed to catch up as well. But there we go, Vodka Victory has finally decided to pit. CeeLo Racing is now going to pit again as well. Both Vodka and CeeLo pitting, leaving Druply to take lead of the race once more. Bamadou now has DRS on Slim though, but not quite able to get up to Slim there just yet. Vodka is going to be going to softs for the final 10 laps of the race. Finishing out in the fastest tire compound he possibly can. CeeLo though is going to finish on the mediums. Yellow flag in sector 2 though. Looks like Redline has made another mistake. And that, I'll need to see the replay of that, watching the stream back, but here we go, Bamadou, pulls ahead of Slim, moves up into 7th, four-way battle here between Smoke, Greybush, Slim, and Bamadou, all four of them super tight, super close together here. Huge little scrap going on here. Four-way battle. Vodka's also out in the fresh softs, trying to get ahead of Abrupt. There we go. Greybush recovers from his mistake, moves back up into 8th ahead of Slim once again. Slim trying to do whatever he can to get points on the board for Mercedes since his teammate is out. You can also see now that Vodka is also putting the pressure on Abrupt here now, coming into this first turn with DRS. Not going to get by Abrupt just yet though. Getting super close though, it's only a matter of time till he gets by Abrupt. Vodka's goal right now is going to be to try to recover these positions all the way up to Druply on these soft tires. Here he goes in the next DRS zone. You can see though, Slim picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings and loses another position in Smoke, but there we go, Vodka Victory has pulled ahead of Abrupt. We do have a yellow flag though. Greybush has lost it. He's currently off track and he's not moving. Yeah, Greybush not moving at all. Car just completely dead off track. Not really sure what happened. Yeah, disqualified from session for being parked in a dangerous location. So something definitely happening there to Greybush. did his wheel like completely die there that time or something? But like, sucks to suck, man. But it really looks like he needs to get a new wheel. I think something very similar happened to him last race at Spa. Yeah, he definitely needs to get a new wheel. That's for sure. That looks like it was two races in a row. But poor Greybush, he was looking like he was going to get some good points this week, but unfortunately is now out of the race due to that, and it's going to be another full safety car, third safety car of the race. And this is exactly what Vodka Victory was hoping for. However, Druply has now pitted to go to the softs to finish the race. Same thing with Firewater. It looked like it was definitely Druply's race to win there for sure, but now this is going to give him and Firewater the opportunity to pit at least, but same thing with Abrupt there, but yeah, it's giving them the opportunity. But, yeah, it's going to be more of a tight fight here now. 10 drivers left. Everyone who finishes the race will get points. Everyone now just going to be trying to cross the line, finish the race. Secure points for their team. CeeLo Racing, though, is going to be on these mediums for the restart. Bamadou picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, though. That's going to cost him dearly. Him and Slim with penalties at the moment. Druply, though, is going to be leading the race, though, once again going into the restart. He was able to come out ahead of Vodka. So if Druply wants to win this race, he's going to have to defend from Vodka the entire time. Firewater and Abrupt also going to be out on fresh softs, though. It looks like. Looks like the people on the oldest tires, though. We have Great Aces on these 4-lap-old hards at the moment. And we have Smoke is on 7-lap-old mediums, and Slim's on 11-lap-old mediums. So Slim really not in a great position here. Because really he should pit under safety car, but even then he's going to have penalties. It's not a great spot to be if you're Slim, but this should be an exciting battle at the front. See who's going to win this race. See what's going to happen. 10 guys left. Got 5 DNFs. But yeah, very unfortunate for Greybush there, though. Like, yeah, it is easy to lose it there on that last turn, but it's not like there's gravel there. It's not like he could get beached or something. So I don't know why his car was just still the entire time. Only thing I can think of is that his controller, or his wheel, I should say, his setup just disconnected. And there we go, Smoke and Slim both having to pit to come out in fresh softs. Yeah, exactly. Great Ace, though, is going to be staying out on these 5-lap-old hards, though. That might cost him several positions by the end of this race. This could be really rough for Great Ace here. Red line now also going to pit as well. Yeah, so the only person left on the hards is going to be Great Ace. He hasn't pit under the safety car. I don't know why. I don't know what he's up to. Maybe he really doesn't like the softs here. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, right now Abrupt is all the way down in 6th. This is going to be really detrimental to his championship chances if he finishes the race off the podium. So far, up to this point in the season, Abrupt has finished every race on the podium. So if he can't get ahead of some of these guys, it's going to be rough. But it looks like the safety car is staying out for another lap. I have to do one more lap of the safety car. Sad to say. We'll have 6 more laps of full racing once the safety car goes in. But yeah, that was definitely some wheel failure from Greybush there. Definitely some wheel failure. Very unnatural because even if you spin out there, like you're gonna, you know, he was okay. The car was fine, but he just didn't move. So something definitely happened and wasn't able to get it plugged back in time. But safety car will be in this lap. Get things back underway. But yeah, the only people not going to be on the softs are CeeLo on these mediums and Great Ace on these hards. Neither of them pitting under a safety car. That might end up, that could really bite them if they're not careful. Could easily get passed up by some of these guys on the faster tires. Here we go. Let's see if Drooply can hold the lead of the race from Vodka on this restart. They're getting their tires all ready to go. And here we go. Things are back underway, but we see a huge mistake there from the Alpine of Great Ace, though. Huge mistake. Falls all the way behind, and he's on the slowest tires. What a massive choke from Great Ace there. That might be it for him. He's all the way at the back now, and he's on these slower tires. Redline, though, picks up every second time penalty. So he might be able to gain another position on, like, Redline or something, but... yeah. Huge choke from Great Ace there on the starting turn of the restart there. Like, what was that? I mean, he was already kind of screwed anyway, because the fact that he didn't pit for the soft tires is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion, but then to do that right out the gate, yeah, huge choke from Great Ace there. He's had a really good season so far, but definitely shown some of his old colors there. Huge strategy error in my opinion. Even before that mistake. Not good, not good. But Drooply has managed to hold the lead of the race from Vodka victory at the moment. Here, Firewater right now, who is trying to get ahead of CeeLo, who's on the mediums. But here we go. Bad Madu, though, pulls ahead of Slim. Slim's forced to go over the curb there. Bad Madu moves up into 7th. Ahead of Slim and Redline, who both have penalties as well. Smoke now currently in 6th. Trying to keep up with his teammate. Great Ace has now actually lost time to these guys, because like I said, he didn't pit for these softs. Drupally takes fastest lap back from Vodka, 143.2. But man, it's very aggravating to see someone be so stubborn and not pit for softs on their safety car. Everyone else did it, like you kind of have to do it. And even then, he messed up. Yeah, and now he's going to pit for the softs. Like, absolutely ridiculous move there. But yellow flag, Bamadou has made a huge error there in Sector 1. Completely lost control of the car. So he's now back in 9th. Bamadou, the fact that he's managed to stay in this race is crazy because he's made so many huge mistakes here tonight. Both the Ferraris, though, are starting to catch the McLaren of Firewater, though. And they're not too far away from CeeLo, so all these guys fighting for that final podium position right now. But 1-2 definitely looking like Drupally and Vodka at the moment. See how this goes, but yeah. Amadou and Great Ace made some mistakes and have fallen off. But yeah, the fact that Great Ace didn't... I still just can't get over the fact Great Ace did pit under a safety car. That's like a Ferrari strategy call decision right there. Drupally now extending his lead over Vodka even more, almost up to 2 seconds now. We have 4 laps left of racing, and DRS is now re-enabled. So this is going to be a perfect opportunity for these guys on the softs to try to get ahead of CeeLo, who is on the mediums. CeeLo doing everything he can to try to defend and get that final podium position. Bamadou now picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he pits again. Bamadou must have sustained some serious damage. And Bamadou retires from the race in the pit lane. With only 4 laps to go, Bamadou retires from the race, even though he could have got points. I'm really confused by that. His teammate Stoney did the same thing earlier. Both these guys now have DNF'd like 3 races in a row each. Alfa Romeo driver's just completely shitting the bed past couple of races, but yeah. Not really, like, I get why Stoney retired, because there was still lots of racing to go at that point, and he had tons of penalties. So fair enough. But I really don't understand the retirement from Bamadou there. He still could have gotten points. Like, yeah, he had the 5-second time penalty, but he still could have finished in the points. There's only 10 drivers left. But oh well, that's it for Bamadou. Now there's 9 drivers left. Great Ace could have been in a really good position right now, but unfortunately he's so far behind due to not pitting under the safety car. And that mistake there. Here we go. All these guys still all piled up, got a DRS train on the go, trying to get ahead of CeeLo. To no avail. CeeLo holding everyone up at the moment. There we go, though. Redline has now also pitted again as well. As he knows he has a gap to Great Ace, who's behind him. I guess he can afford to do so. But yeah, Redline has now pulled into the pits as well. He's going to come out on another set of softs because he can. Ooh, but he's actually, in doing so, Redline, though, has now actually lost a position to Great Ace. Oh, never mind. I understand what happened now. Never mind. Redline pitted this like, let me check penalty. Let's see penalties here. Yeah, both him, Slim, 3 seconds. Redline, 3 seconds of penalties. Oh, but huge mistake there from the Ferrari of Smoke. He is now spun out. So Slim and the Mercedes is going to go by. So he does lose a position to Slim. He's now completely fallen off here. But yeah, Smoke is someone else who's made several mistakes here tonight, but has managed to hold on to try to finish in the points. But yeah, some bad spins from Smoke here tonight as well. Currently looking like he's going to finish in 7th. But if he can keep up the pace to Slim, though, he can get that position back, especially with Slim's penalties that he has at the moment. Abrupto now currently in 5th, though. Still stuck behind Fire. And CeeLo has actually now started to gain time on these guys on the softs. Nine drivers left on the grid. Redline was forced to pit again for some reason. 2 laps left to go. So it looks like Redline is going to finish at the back due to his penalties and whatnot, and because he had to pit again. So again, Great Ace looking like he's going to get an 8th place finish here, but that's still not great compared to what Great Ace could have had. Could have finished in the top 5 if he'd played his cards properly. But at the end of the day, it is still a points finish on a very difficult circuit. But Druply still holding his lead over Vodka. Again, he is on the fresher soft, so that is working to his advantage a little bit. Still second half, still keeping Vodka out of DRS range. That is the most important thing at this point. Firewater trying to catch CeeLo Racing, trying to get that final podium position. He finished here on the podium. He finished in 3rd last time here as well. So he's trying to replicate that again. But he's only going to have one more lap. Try to catch CeeLo. Here we go. Final lap of the race. Final lap of the race. And Great Ace receives a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that's going to put him equal with time penalties to Redline, who's behind him, though, so he's still okay. Not really going to affect his race that much at this point. Vodka now completely out of ERS. Can't really do anything to catch up to Druply. Both these guys have used all their ERS. Battling each other. Now it's the final lap. And they're just trying to finish at this point. Smoke has still managed to hold that gap to Slim, though. Trying to stay within that 3-second range of Slim so he can finish ahead of him, finish in 6th with his teammate in 5th. 5th and 6th for Ferrari. But Smoke is losing time to Slim now, though. Slim is actually gaining time. Look how much time Slim is actually gaining on Smoke right now. This is actually huge. He's actually increased so much time to Smoke. Smoke has lost so much time on Slim. He was like 2.2 seconds away from that second. Now he's down to... Slim got a whole 3 seconds over him. It's going to be real close to see who finishes ahead of each other here between Slim and Smoke. So we're going to hold on and see if Smoke can just barely get the time back before this race ends. Coming into the final sector here now. He's going to have to give it everything he got. But there we go, folks. Druply is your winner here tonight. He gets his first win in PGR. Good stuff to you, Droop. Awesome drive. Clearly a notch ahead of the competition here tonight. With Vodka victory and CeeLo Racing also finishing on the podium with him. Firewater and Abrupt going to finish 4th and 5th. And there we go. Smoke is able to close the gap to Slim and finishes ahead of him 6th and 7th. And that's going to be, once they cross the line, it looks like that's going to be 8th and 9th for Great Ace and Redline here. Coming through the final sector now. We're just waiting for them. They're a bit behind. But yeah, great stuff to Druply again, his first win in PGR. And there we go, Great Ace crossing the line. And same thing with Redline. There you go. And that is the race. We have a new race winner in PGR with Druply. Our podium tonight, Druply, Vodka, and CeeLo. game gives driver day to Slim. I'm going to have to take a look and see. It's kind of hard to tell. I got to see, look at everything. But yeah, good stuff to the guys. And most importantly, this is now going to increase Vodka's lead over Abrupt in the drivers even more. It was already a 25-point gap. Now it's going to be an even higher gap because Abrupt, this actually ended up being Abrupt's first race of the season. He did not finish on the podium, finishing in 5th, even behind CeeLo and Firewater. Unfortunately, Firewater just barely not able to catch CeeLo at the end there. Soft started to die off. But Smoke managed to close that gap to Slim, finished just behind his teammate, 5th and 6th for Ferrari. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Let's take a look here at where everyone started and where they finished. Redline started at the back, had a back of the grid penalty, went from 15th to 9th, though he did make lots of mistakes. Great A, started 8th and finished 8th. Unfortunately, he could have finished even higher. He could have finished up in the top 5 maybe, but not pitting under that really safety car really cost him. Firewater went from 7th to 4th, though he did make some huge mistakes, but he was able to recover them over the course of the race. Good stuff to him. But yeah, once again, really 2 drivers to give massive shout-outs to here. Slim going from 13th to 7th, not really making any huge mistakes here tonight. Super consistent drive from him. And Drupally got the pole position pretty comfortably and took it, turned it into a race win. His first race win of the season in PGR. Drove out of his mind. Drupally didn't really make a single mistake the whole night, and was able to hold off from Vodka victory every time. So it's definitely for driver day, definitely between Drupally for the overall performance and Slim for the climb there. Between 2 of them for sure. Have to think about that, but let's get in Drupally and Vodka, and maybe even CeeLo, even though he is on PlayStation, for our post-race interviews. Hello, let's get Drupally in here. I don't think we're going to get CeeLo in here because he's on PlayStation, but let's at least get Drupally in here. Sends me a message in, even though I already invited him. Nice, nice. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Let me put the party in unjoinable. Okay, he should be joining there in a second. I have it on joinable anyway, even if he's not seeing my invites. But yeah, so good stuff to you, Vodka there, man. Holding up Druply for as long as you did there, staying out in the hards. How'd you feel about your race tonight, man?
But I think I did well, with my softs being as old as they were, and just being where I was. Crazy race. A lot of people crashed out and had incidents, this and that. But yeah, I just think that was it. Good race
I'm
though.
in there.
Yeah, no, good stuff, Vodka, being able to take those hards as long as you did. I mean, that's about around 20 laps is about as long as you could really go on them, I guess. And yeah, you've gained more points over Abrupt now in the championship fight, the title fights. That must also feel good too.
I had more points coming in.
Oh yeah, it doesn't hurt to increase that lead, you know?
E. Always nice.
Always nice. So yeah, good stuff, man. Even though you didn't get the win, you put on a good show.
Good race, Vodka.
And
Good race to you
obviously,
too, man. I really think I passed you on that safety car, bro, at the pit exit. I
Dude,
don't
like
know
it was
how.
neck and neck. I was trying like hell to get out, but like I was ahead of you at the apex of that turn, and I think it like gave it to me because like right there at the line,
I was
the
like,
exit of the
yeah.
pits. Like I don't know when it counts it, like as you're coming out the pits, if it's after you cross the white line or what. But like
I
I
think it's
knew
the white
whoever
line. I
got
felt like
out
I was in
first
front of
right
you with the
there
white
was gonna
line,
win
but
because
either
I
way,
couldn't
yeah,
pass
man.
you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
and obviously we gotta talk to our race winner tonight, Druply. Your first win in PGR, man. How's it feel?
It was great, man. Been fucking pushing for it.
Yeah,
Been
man.
pushing for it.
You drove out of your mind tonight. Didn't make a single mistake. Had to hold Vodka off on every single restart, and you gained like a second and a half every time. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with myself, man. That was the most consistent, mistake-free race I've had all season.
Yeah. No,
And at the
amazing
track,
race, man.
you can't afford to make a mistake.
Exactly. And you kept it together and you pulled it off over Vodka here, who is no slouch, especially here. He won here last time, so for you to be able to do that and get your first win here is amazing. Good stuff, man.
Sir.
Being able to pull it off and try to catch up to Abrupt a little bit, you know? Try to see if you can
Yeah,
fight.
yeah. Hopefully that'll help me out in the points. I think I ended up with the fastest lap, unless somebody beat me out at the end.
I
But
think
that's an
Vodka
extra
stole.
point.
I think Vodka stole it, but I'm not
You
sure.
stole it on the last lap.
Or
Yeah.
near the
I know
end.
I had it
Yeah.
like on lap 31 when it started, but I don't know if you got it on the last lap or not. I was just not even worried about it on the last lap. I was safe as could be. Don't hit a wall.
Yeah, just don't hit a wall. Yeah.
I built up that gap and I just managed that gap and tried to be as safe as I could, man. I was babying
Yeah.
it.
But no, good stuff, guys. It was a crazy race, but you both managed to survive. Same thing with CeeLo, even though he's not here. CeeLo, if you're watching the broadcast, good stuff to you too, man. You had a great race tonight as well, holding off those guys on the mediums. And yeah, next time we're going to be at Canada, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, next Saturday night. So make sure, if you're watching the broadcast right now, tune in next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on Twitch for the Canadian Grand Prix. But as always, I'm your host, Sidonian Muse, and we'll see you next Saturday night.
Thank you for having us, Sidonian. Awesome having
Thanks,
you
Muse.
every week.
Good race again,
See you
Vodka,
next
man.
time,
That
man.
was fun.
Yeah, man,
Cheers,
you too, bro.
guys.
Good stuff. See you at Canada.
All right, bud.